We all know that light in Minecraft is important to prevent mobs from spawning, but light can also evoke the right atmosphere and completely change your latest creation. First thing first, mob will spawn a block light level 0, at night or underground, on blocks far from a light source. You will be tempted to spam lights everywhere, but there's no need to. If you want to build a crypt, a dark alley or anything that requires a dim, darker vibe, all you need to keep it safe is light level 1 or above. It's true that most light blocks emits a level of 15, but there are plenty of options for lower levels. Look, from 15 to 1, all levels are covered. You can play with candles, seed pickers, copper bulbs, and it's not even all of them. But mostly, there are tricks to hide light sources or incorporate them in the nicest way possible, so keep watching! Transparent blocks. Let the light travel through them. The obvious ones are glass, leaves, grates, ice, lime and honey blocks, but there are more. Most of non-full blocks are transparent. Fences or greenery, bars, pots, chests. Some blocks let the light through in one direction and stop it from another. Look at the slab. This is not transparent, but on the side, top or down, the light goes through. Same thing for stairs. This is covering the light. This is not. Beware, because you might think shelves are transparent, but they are not. This is okay, but like this, the shelf is blocking the light completely. Remember, it's transparent in the direction you can see through. Path and farmland are a pixel or so shorter, so they let the light through even if dirt covers it. Walls are similar but trickier. They create a nice cross pattern with a light block below, but horizontally a wall is transparent only if it's not connected to the blocks above and below. This solution is still emitting light. This one is not. Stone cutters and lecterns are another example. They cover only the light from below. Then there are less intuitive situations: trapdoors, doors, many redstone components, composters, hoppers, beds, cauldrons, carpets. It's a long list. Even when they cover completely the light, they are transparent, so are very useful to hide it, as I will show you in a bit. You can completely hide the light source. Put it in plain sight as a decoration or a trickier fancy solution, disguise a light block or integrate it into a building or landscaping project. Don't just use lanterns and candles. Glow lichen has a level of 7 and it blends perfectly with natural blocks. It can be waterlogged too. Even glow berries, the fruity one, can be nice. Sometimes not a big fan. Jack-o'-lanterns look like pumpkins from 3 sides, so you can put them in a field or in a food storage with the face covered. If you have a pond or a water feature, add seed pickers. They emit light only when waterlogged and behave like candles. The more, the stronger. End rods are widely used in modern sci-fi buildings because they look like neon lights. But you can integrate them with bars on Victorian roofs or create nice chandeliers with them, eventually adding a white candle on top. Fairy forest or enchanted swamp. Here's a fantasy mushroom to keep a large area spawn-proof. Redstone lamps and copper bulbs are more suited to a modern or cyberpunk style. But you can also cover them with banners, creating a cute paper lantern for your Japanese-style building. Lava is a strong light source and so is netherrack on fire, with the downside of burning down your wooden house, so use it carefully. If you want to hide a light source, use a transparent but covering block. Carpets, trapdoors without holes, painting or frame with map or map art, a shulker box, even a boat. All these blocks look very solid, but let the light travel through. There are no lights in this kitchen, but it's completely safe. There are lights under the hoppers and cauldrons here. And look at the ceiling. The trimming is made of beds, which are transparent and pairs nicely with oak planks. But if you fancy a darker color, what about this? The ceiling is now made of spruce planks and composters, which are transparent too. Choose the one that fits better. Most carpets are okay in a green area, weird in a Victorian floor. Trapdoors blend in wooden flooring or roofs, and so on. Do you want a better trick? Place an azalea or flowering azalea next to a light source. Cover it with solid blocks. the light source is completely hidden and your flowering field is glowing. If you want to play with light shapes, use walls, slabs, stairs, trapdoors with holes, shelves on the side or copper grates, like I showed you at the start of the video. Light will create patterns, but be visible only from certain angles when you approach it. Scaffolding pair perfectly with mosaic bamboo. Create a Japanese or modern style floor and use ochre frog lights underneath. Chests are smaller than a block and therefore transparent to light. They create a nice border with a light block below or behind. Tinted glass is like the opposite of a transparent block and therefore useful for decoration acts. It shows the light source, but not the light. Look at this floor. I want to show the blue flames and the tinted glass blocks the light so the hall stays grim and spooky. And while I fix the glass floor, why don't you leave a like? It will help me more than you can imagine. Sometimes you will need to spawn-proof an area but keep it in the shadow. Use dim light sources, eventually more of them, and close to each other instead of few powerful ones. As you probably know, you can use 1 to 4 candles to completely change the vibe of a room. This works with sea pickers too, but they have to be waterlogged. And let's not forget about copper bulbs with different levels of oxidation. There are many cheap and dim light sources that you can hide or integrate in your buildings, like the magma block, the redstone torch with a solid level 7, and amethyst buds from 5 to 1, skipping the level 3 for some reason. Soul flame, lantern, torch and campfire are all level 10, not too dim, but not too bright either, and have a nice hue. Create will-o'-the-wisp all around the village or swamp area, hiding the flame in a hole so that only the top section is visible and adding light blue glass panes dancing around it. But hey, there are so many acts and I can't fit them all here, so now I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite light trick? There are a couple of mods that can help you, links are in the description. Lighty is a simple mod that shows the light levels. You can quickly turn it on and off with F8 or access to the panel with F7. There's also the old looking version with the X. In both cases, level 0 is red. Gamma Utils allows you to change the gamma level using up and down arrows. It comes with some cheesy features too, like going up to gamma 1500, which illuminates completely dark areas or activates night vision effect even without potions. I disable it, setting the keybands to not bound, but it's your call after all. Time to wrap up the video, but don't leave without listening to some useful tips. And if you found this helpful so far, don't forget to leave a like too, it really helps the channel grow. Blue ice and packed ice are opaque, while ice is transparent. So yes, you can use ice to hide light sources in a nice cave, but be careful because ice will melt and turn to water if the level immediately next to it on any side is higher than 11. Torches are the cheaper light source in Minecraft, and in the early game you will spawn them everywhere while caving and exploring. They have a light level of 14, which is high, but well, first thing first, they're ugly, but more important, they cause lag. Do you see those tiny particles? Yep, they made your PC work harder. Okay, jack-o'-lanterns are ugly too, but are cheap, don't cause lag, have the highest level of light and are a solid block that transmit redstone signals. Keep that in mind. Your dim underground creep won't be okay for crops that require a light level of 9 or more. Well, beat fields doesn't need to be spooky after all. If you don't want to use mods to check the light levels, open the debug option panel, then find the light levels and set it to always. Now you can check the light levels of the block you're in, and remember the block light is the one responsible for mob spawning. There's another feature called Visualize Block Levels that you can turn on. It shows levels of every block, even the air ones. A bit confusing, but useful anyway. In Creative Mode, you can access to the light block, an invisible block that, you guessed, emit light. You can choose the level you need and place it, so yeah, low level and max level. If you're playing in Creative is easy, but What's the fun in that? The very last tip for those who enjoy creating map arts. I know, I say don't use torches, but they are the only light source that doesn't appear in a map. Let me show you. We have torches, lanterns and candles. As you can see, torches are okay, you can't see them, while all lanterns are grey. Candles have their own color, and they all cast a shadow too. Even Glow Lichen has a distinctive RGB value, so yeah, 1 point for torches at last. Thank you for watching, subscribe so you won't miss the next tutorial, and see you soon!